Hello and welcome back to MoAre4. We are in the semifinals now. We have Edie against st4rk in the first set. To be honest, this could have been the grand final as well because both players have been playing really good. Let's go into game one. Team random. It's a Japanese 4. As we can see, Edie is going with 23 pop to get a few layers, so quite early. He's got deer inside, looking good for him. Extra berries even, but he's using 5 villagers to just shoot the deer. It's 8 now actually. Let's see how he's going to continue this. The main stone for him safe in the back. Second gold, second stone, extra gold in the back. This is looking really awesome. The third gold outside, and the main gold somewhat forward. She's got 5 villagers on gold. He doesn't have a lot of food right now. Probably going to sell all the stone here and buy at least 100 food, maybe 200. Seems no lag. Interesting. Yeah, they dropped actually. The game started like 8 minutes or something like that. And here we go, buying 200 food, and now we're waiting for a little bit more to get up. So Edie will be in very early castle age time. Look at this. And now the research bar actually working. 14-19 is really early for Japanese. Let's see how this is continuing. He's got a relic inside, which is awesome for him. There's one in between the two players. There's number 3 on the open field, extra gold here as well. Number 4 and 5 close to st4rk. He actually milled the deer. I think he lost a scout. I didn't see that. That was before the players dropped. But when Eddie is saying the lag is not there anymore, this means it should be a good game. Let's go for st4rk's map actually. Main stone on the side here. Main gold, or side, backish, backish, in the back. Main gold safe in the back. Second gold safe in the back. One sheep yet to take. He forgot about that probably. Otherwise he would have taken that. And stable coming up for him, so he knows monks will be what Eddie is going to do, and he's just preparing for that, going for stable. Probably light cav coming in. Actually walling 2 of those relics, it makes a lot of sense. And well, the second stone is outside and the third gold outside as well. His map is looking pretty decent. I think I've seen all the relics. I think I've seen everything there is to know. Deer were outside. He's managed to lure one inside, but the mill only costs 50 wood, so why not? And Eddie is going with 4 monasteries? Yes, double monastery coming up. I'm not sure about placement. Maybe he should have left a tile here in front. But there's the double monastery coming up from Eddie immediately. The scout went in, probably through the gate. Was going in here. I don't know how the scout ended up inside. I thought it was outside before. Those villagers have loom. That's why st4rk is even later with 28 population. Should be on 29, and then loom makes sense to get on 16, 19. He's probably going to go for scouts very soon. But Eddie is going with a lot of villagers on gold. He's probably already on monk production. 2 monks coming out. Let's see for st4rk. Are we going to see any scouts? Not yet, actually. Still waiting for the monks to come out, I guess. So stable just in case. Where's the TCs coming up? One on the wood line, one on the wood line and main stone. Makes a lot of sense. He's got a mining camp on the stone, but there's no stone left. He used that to actually lame the relics a little bit. And nice house wall coming up here. The scout now going in to see what's happening. Let's switch to Eddie's point of view. I want to know what he can see in st4rk's map. He can see the main stone, he can see the main gold, and the 2 TCs coming up. So he knows what st4rk is planning to do here. Going away again. He's probably going to scout this corner to see the wood line or just be annoying. And that was attack was not planned, I guess. Siege workshop of course up for Eddie. And there's the more monks coming out. Sanctity is done. The ram will be able to take down the wall. It's really fast. House coming up here. Maybe villagers even going to start and take stone. It's possible. A lot of villagers on gold. That's like a dozen villagers at least. And mining camp actually on the main stone inside his own base. Let's go back to the see everything. And where's the siege workshop for st4rk coming up now? Is he actually going to do it? Probably not. He's probably not even trying to stop Eddie from going in. And he should start and produce some scouts here. Otherwise, why did he build the stable? He is just going for a boom right now. With a lot of farms coming up. He's got 300 gold in the bank, so he could buy a little bit of food if he wanted to. But there is Eddie, and he's probably going to attack the stables first. Mangonel behind that to attack the TC. And make sure that no other Mangonel is going to attack the ram here. Villager going down. st4rk is not on top of his game right now, because otherwise he would have stopped Eddie from coming in, or at least gone for a few scouts already. There is no scouts whatsoever coming out here, and I think st4rk is not playing this too well. A stable coming up in the back now. This one is going down. That's like 175 wood wasted. The ram actually going to attack this TC and can do it right now because there's no defensive units around. Villagers dropping out. This TC is not doing anything. And where is Eddie with the monks now? What's happening? Can I see anything here? The villager is going to be converted. There we go. Eddie got a villager, got a TC down. This could be a very short game actually. What can st4rk do? He's got 2 stables now producing scouts, but he's got 3 military units against 14, and Eddie will be able to convert a lot of those if they're actually coming up, because he's got like 10 monks here. Stark, low on everything. Does he have he doesn't have a market. That's the problem for him. Should have gone for a market probably instead of the blacksmith. Because the blacksmith not helping him a lot here, and we finally get a market up. No, that's Eddie's market. Sorry for that. Redemption coming from Eddie now is attacking TC number 2 with 2 mangonels. The ram, where's the ram? Did it go down? I don't see the ram yet. Another villager converted, so Eddie and Stark almost on the same villager numbers, and there's the scouts now moving in, but Eddie should be able to see this in time, and he's starting to convert. He's getting 1 conversion at least. He's TC about to go down as well, and Eddie, good resources. He can think about Imperialish actually. He's got a lot of stone in the bank, while Stark, not looking good at all. He is low on everything. He cannot produce any more scouts right now. He's producing 2 more at this point, and only got 1 TC left. He's spreading his economy. There's the market from Stark. Came up a few minutes ago probably, or like 1-2 minutes. But Eddie, so many monks here, and even a spearman now out. 2. The ram is still there. That's what I wanted to see. The villagers now attacking the mangonels. Very good idea. And looks like Eddie doesn't not want to convert a lot of villages here, because now the scouts moving in. But there's still 3 spearmen, and Eddie is converting. He's got at least 1-2 scouts probably. He's gonna lose a lot of monks, but not all of them, and the spearmen are doing a lot of damage. There's the castle coming in between the main gold and main stone. This is GG from Stark. Very fast rush here from Eddie. Not sure why Stark didn't do anything to defend himself. Those scouts came up way too late. Maybe he should have gone for a castle instead of the scouts. Like in front of his TC, his map was easy to defend. Like this, we're going to see, I think, random civilizations in game number 2. The arena god has spoken. It's Vikings against Koreans, Vikings for Stark, and Eddie playing as Koreans. A Civ he doesn't really like apparently, because he said shitty Civ before. He's got a stable up, main gold for him forward, second stone outside forward, third gold outside. That means the second gold is safe in the back, second stone or main stone safe in the back actually, and an extra stone which he can or cannot see. He can see it, which is good for him. He's got 1 relic inside his base, and this one relatively close. Extra berries, they don't really matter. Let's go for Stark civilization. We have and map Vikings with a stable up as well, so both players going for scouts. Eddie got 1 more at this point, going with the forward monastery. 2 relics close to Stark's space, actually 3 of them, and this gate is trapped. Second stone is outside, third gold is outside, extra gold inside his base. Stark scouted that one, very good. Main stone safe in the back. The main gold somewhat forwardish, so he could be, and the second gold outside, this could be difficult for Stark to protect his golds. 1 monastery forward, 1 monastery up for Stark as well, and a spearman actually out. Now let's see how this game is going to continue. No TCs for Stark yet, no TCs for Eddie yet. A siege workshop instead coming up. We're going to see an aggressive game here, but those Korean wars tend to go long. Koreans against Viking, not too sure. I know this game is not going to be like a 30-minute game, it's going to be a little bit longer. And there's the scouts moving in, but Eddie's protecting the monk. Actually grabbing the relic makes that monk get more armor, I think, or some armor at least, and therefore grabbing the relic is a nice idea. Mangonel 7+1. Sadly in the Volatile Kingdoms the +1 bonus is gone. I think it's a bad idea to remove that from the Koreans. It was always fun to see that. A little bit unfair, but still. Light Cav is there for Stark, and nice. Grabbing them, attacking the monk here, and attacking from 2 sides is a good idea. Again, deflecting those spearmen and taking another monk. Stark is bringing up a very good defense here. Going with double archery range now, and does he have an extra TC yet? There's 1 extra TC coming up for him, and maybe another one in the back here. Let's see, Eddie has 1 relic and 1 monk only out. He could go for that second relic, but again, Stark is sending Light Cav. Falling behind that, he lost the villager to conversion, but there is the Light Cav moving in to attack 1 of the 3 mangonels, and maybe the monk here, but there's too many spearmen now. Stark has to go away, and Eddie resources looking alright. He's not going for any more monasteries yet. The villager was reconverted by Stark, very good to see, but his house is going down. Eddie killing 1 of his own scouts, not a big problem, and actually Stark's going to the mining camp here, so 2 TCs still only. And by only, I mean he's got 2 TCs while having to defend from that siege monk rush. Light Cav moving in again to attack mangonels, but there's too many spearmen now. I think Stark needs to go away, needs to find a better fighting position. And Eddie actually adding knights to make sure that those Light Cav cannot do too much damage. The monastery about to go down, so Eddie should have the relic control. And back at home, taking a lot of gold with villagers, 1 TC up on the wood and main stone. But there's the mangonels now moving in from Stark, 1 for nothing. This is a very big fight actually, but Eddie has still more military units now. The crossbowmen are coming in, and that means Eddie needs more mangonels probably. I think he's creating 1 immediately, also going for more monks. And Eddie's on stone, so he may want to get a castle up to actually guard this main gold, to cover it, and to make sure Stark is not gonna have an easy gold income. Stark for now only on this extra gold with 6 villagers, and a little bit of mangonel fights happening. Eddie losing one here, this house about to go down, it's not big. Eddie actually saying, nope, I'm going to delete this, and I want to have like a free pass to go in. There's a light cav moving, but too many spears, light cav going down fast, 2 crossbowmen dying, and still mangonel micro. It's hard to micro against Korean mangonels, that's why Stark is going back right now. He's probably going to try and repair this mangonel. He's too late. The light cav, converted light cav, moving in and destroying it, very good. So now Stark has to run away with the villagers from this wood line. Gonna go to the back here probably, and Eddie right now in the driver's seat. Even converting a light cav here, this is good. More light cav moving in to attack the monks now. Maybe even trying to get the mangonel down, and they're actually successful. 3 light cav for 2 monks and a mangonel. That's alright at this point. Eddie's house at 65, but he's gonna with the forward siege workshop now inside Stark's base, and probably a castle coming up soon. He's sending villagers already. There's the villagers I was talking about. The main gold, still a few villagers remaining, and Eddie is pushing more and more. He's gonna be able to cover this main gold, and Stark is gonna be in trouble for gold actually. Let's see Stark's resources. He's got 3 stables and 3 archery ranges, still producing light cav, still trying to defend those, actually opening the walls here, probably a good idea. But there's the castle coming up. In range of this TC, or the TC's in range of the castle then, and a siege workshop coming on the back. Keyboard, can we go? And I guess I'll put a pause here. Main gold will go to Eddie. I think Eddie will put a mining camp here and start to mine that. Ooh, light cav moving in to attack the mangonels, but no, there's enough spears, and now that castle is up. So Eddie has a very strong attack going. Can Eddie see the villagers move away? I think he cannot. That means Stark is gonna go out, and he's gonna build a TC here on the outside on a 3rd gold, which Eddie didn't. He can see it. He can see that wolf generally, but he's not gonna pay attention, I guess. He's focusing on the middle where this TC is about to go down, and Stark will be in trouble. I think Eddie could go in the right hand side, kill those wood villagers, there's lumberjacks, and then there's 2 more TCs fletching coming in from Eddie. Is he going for? Yes, war wagons coming in. Very good idea in my opinion. That mangonel about to go down, but Eddie can afford it right now. Those war wagons are really strong, and there's a mangonel hitting those war wagons. What is Eddie going to do? Is he going to try and convert a... Oh, big shot! 2 light cav or 2 scouts and a monk going down, but Eddie's sending the mangonels now. Let's see, there's 2 extra TCs for Stark, and he's going for a stable archer and siege workshop, another archery range here on the outside. Eddie does not know about these buildings, and he's focusing on the middle. Eddie resources looking okay-ish. He's still with 2 TC, 61 villagers, that's alright. Not going 1 TC, full pressure. I think he should have gone for those relics, that would have helped him a lot here. But it's not easy to do that, of course. It's more micro than you need to do. Stark is housed on 95 right now. That means he's ahead of villagers, and he still has a few military units left. Not sure where they are, maybe they're on the outside. There's light cav moving in to attack the monastery, but spearmen coming in immediately. And I think Eddie should now start and scout the left hand side. Let's see, does Eddie know about these buildings? Not yet. Spearmen are there, the light cav are going to take down those spearmen, or not. Actually, spearmen stronger. Ooh, that was close for Stark, almost losing all of those. Both coming from both players, but now another castle coming up, guarding this main, or covering this main stone. Probably able to attack this TC. That means Stark's base in the back is going to be under heavy attack. The thing is, Eddie still doesn't know about Stark's extra base, and I think he knows Stark, he knows how he's playing. There's the Rams coming in. Eddie needs to quick wall this probably, or maybe get a siege workshop up at least. Can Eddie react in time? There is a siege workshop coming up, blocking the gate. I don't like this. Main goal about to run out. Where's Eddie's other goals? I think he's got one in the back here. Yeah, I can see that. So he will be able to move there. And also market coming up now. He's on the main goal of Stark. Mangonel's moving forward. But Stark is going to go and attack Eddie's base at home. Not sure if that's the worst thing for Eddie. He is about to lose his food eco. That's a problem for him. He's got a lot of gold and enough wood in the bank. There is now guard towers coming up. I like this idea. I should have put a second guard tower in my opinion. The Rams are going to attack TC probably, but that's a defensive mangonel. And on the front, Stark actually walling off his last TC that is inside his base. Those villages are still working, also walled in. I guess Eddie doesn't know about them. And Stark also moving to the right hand side, getting another TC up. So we have Eddie style going full rush against Stark style, going a lot of TCs on the side, get extra ecos up. And I think Stark is in a very decent position considering he's been pushed all game long. Now Edie is putting down a few knights to make sure st4rk cannot attack, and actually st4rk wasn't really attacking, I guess. He was just deflecting Edie from the push in the middle, and even fortified wall coming up for st4rk makes a lot of sense. The question is, oh, now Edie can see this forward base, and I think he's going to start and attack this. He maybe should consider going up to Imperial Age or go with a lot of rams now. Actually, Mangonel's still on the way. Edie now going back here. The Mangonel's attacking his TC, because st4rk cannot really defend from that, and with the 8 range against only 7, it's hard to actually be able to defeat those or to take down those Mangonels. And of course, Edie's saying, okay, you have extra eco here, I'm not going to let you boom on the left hand side without any resistance. But there's actually 3 more TCs on the right hand side. st4rk is playing amazing in this game, going for so many TCs. This TC went down, but he's still got a Lurker King eco here, and I think Edie could have attacked this point part of the game, but there are so many points to attack. There's so many areas on the map where st4rk has still control and has still working eco. So Edie needed more military units, I guess. Look at this is just crazy. That's the point where Edie, I think, should start and go for a boom himself. Is he getting a 3rd TC up? Not yet. He's going with the mining camp to the back here. Still sending villagers to the main gold where nothing is left. And oh, this is terrible. Look at this. 37 idle villagers. They cannot take, not all of them can take this gold. This is not good. He should send the villagers to take the main gold of st4rk. Or maybe his 3rd gold, which is not quite far away. Actually, st4rk is taking that. So this is very bad for Edie. He's not going to have a good gold income. There's only a few villagers working here. There's a TC on the main gold. Wonder when he's going to find this. I'm not going to stay there. I'm going to have a look now and then on those 40 idle villagers. That's only 60 villagers working, and this is terrible for Edie. Now he's going into raid more of st4rk's eco, but st4rk is getting better and better here, and Edie takes too much time. I think he needed to boom, he needed to put these villagers to good use and stop the full rush that's going on. Look at this, is beautiful. So many lumberjacks and a good amount of farmers. More lumberjacks here, and they are all safe actually. Elite skirmisher now coming from st4rk, who is getting more and more military units. He's gonna have a hard time against the warbagons, but there's 2 of them going down for 1 Mangonel, which is a good trade in my opinion. And there is more TCs coming up. st4rk, oh, let's count actually. Let me go slower. I want to see st4rk. Edie at 1, 2, 3 TCs probably. Yes. st4rk, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 TCs. So st4rk is gonna have a very good production. He's got 166 population and house, and being attacked on one side is really not his biggest problem, because he's still got 2 other sides on the right hand side on the TC coming up. That's number 10 then, and he's still got TC number 11 up in the back here. How is Edie going to ever win this? He doesn't have the military units to take down as much as st4rk is building in a very short period of time. Castle coming up now to cover this TC, but st4rk is just gonna say, yeah, alright, can have a few of my villagers, I got plenty more. Edie finally fixed the gold miners, thank god, but this cost him a lot actually. So many idle villagers, he's got now like 95 villagers working, that's a lot better, but still, he shouldn't have had those idols. And let's go to actually Edie's point of view. I want to see, what does he know? He doesn't know about the right hand side eco at all, which is terrible for him. And he is still not making a lot of progress here. He didn't go to the back where he should know that a lot of villagers are actually working, and he's just concentrating on the left hand side. Another castle coming up for him, but with 120 villagers he should go up to Imperial Age now. Shouldn't focus too much on that push. Let's see who's gonna go up first actually. And gonna go a little bit faster again. Those elite skirmishers are even chasing away those knights, which is pretty amazing. A few villagers from Edie may go down, but this castle is definitely going up. Edie may be thinking about Imperial Age now, but he's spending all his gold again on war wagons. He is still producing Mangonels. No, not right now, the large armor. And actually now there's a siege workshop and a Mangonel coming up from st4rk to be annoying, to maybe deflect Edie from his main attack. This TC will go down, but yeah, that one was, there's a dozen more or less. And st4rk, yeah, this Mangonel is really annoying. This village is still working here. This eco is working so well. There are siege workshops for him close to this base. Edie can now see that st4rk is on the right hand side, because his villagers are chopping a tree here. And I guess he can see those farms, or maybe not. But he knows, okay, st4rk is on the right, st4rk is on the left. st4rk is everywhere except in my base. And now there is no siege workshop coming up. Edie, another castle on the left hand side. This part of the eco from st4rk will go down really soon, but st4rk only has 171 villagers, so yeah, big problem, big whoop. Imperial Age coming in from Stark, and then he's gonna start and get, I don't know, pikemen, elite skirmishers, maybe arbalest. Can probably choose what to go for except the gold units, because doesn't have so much gold. Still he had a good gold income, that's why he could afford Imperial Age. And now the knights are moving in. This small part of the eco may go down. There's a mangonel and a few knights, but it's not a big problem because Eddie's still not on this eco on the left hand side, and Stark now going out actually to produce, to get more stables, produce light calf. That's the one I missed. I think pikeman, light calf, lead skirmishers, all good. Imperial Age is there, and now Eddie may be in trouble really soon. I think Stark needs siege ramps, but Racer Captain coming in, yes, chemistry all on the way. Stark is investing a lot, and it's like Eddie is being smashed from two sides now. He's got these castles which are giving a little bit of protection. Another castle coming up here to actually guard this gold, very important to see. But look at this, Stark has so many units now, and he's losing villagers or maybe suiciding them. This is only helping him. Siege ram on the way, because now he can go for more military units. He's got so many military buildings. This is such a strong game. I think this belongs in the classic section in my opinion. And what is Eddie going to do? He's nowhere close to Imperial Age. He needs a lot more food. He doesn't have the economy for that. He's got a lot of idle villages again, and he is killing TCs, he is destroying them, but he's not destroying Stark with that. Because Stark, I think this economy is most important for Stark because it was never touched, and there is siege rams now approaching these castles. A few more barracks coming up, iron casting, chainmail armor, all on the way. Spearmen on the field, I guess pikemen will come in very soon from Stark. Eddie not so far away from Imperial Age. Stark still with good resources, and while Stark is losing almost everything on the left hand side, it's not such a big problem because he's attacking from the top, and he's gonna have a strong attack from the right hand side where the siege rams are actually rolling and starting to take down, I guess, Eddie's stables and whatsoever. Maybe even going into Eddie's base very soon. Eddie quick walled this probably to make sure Stark cannot go in easily. Now this siege ram is attacking a castle, and there is more siege rams going to come up for Stark. He's low on food, he's low on wood, but he's got a good amount of gold in the bank. He's population blocked, he's got elite skirmishers, he's got light calf, he's got everything here, and he is patiently destroying everything that Eddie has. This castle went down. There's two siege rams attacking this castle. Of course, that's his own gate. And Stark can even mine this gold now, which is amazing for him. Wonder if he's going to see it. Now we have 1 hour, and I think while Eddie's in his gold lead, Stark is in a way better position here. One light calf here, siege workshop going down. This town center will not go up for now, and Stark is going to lose a few more villages, but he can still afford it, I think. Now it's crunch time for Eddie. Can he actually come out on top with Castle Age army, or is Stark with the Imperial Age army now going in? Elite skirmishers being killed by the mangonels, pikemen moving in, there's a siege ram coming up, and Eddie is all over the map, but so is Stark. Let's see, Eddie is focusing down siege rams. Eddie's in defensive position at this, in defensive mode, and Stark's attacking everywhere. 2 siege rams on 2 castles, and there is only 1 mangonel to defend. Oh, this castle may go down really fast. I think Eddie's about to repair. Yes, there's more mangonels coming in. Where's the siege rams on the right hand side? There was a castle standing, now siege workshop coming up here from Eddie, and at the same time Stark breaking in with the siege rams, doing a lot of damage on those mangonels. He's sending pikemen, he's sending light calf, I guess. What else? Eddie 167 population, but Stark is still population blocked and still got 148 villagers. Most of them are working. Siege rams coming up from here, pikemen being produced now to face those light calf and those knights, of course. And Eddie, still a good amount of gold, but still no chance to go up to Imperial Age. I think with Onachas maybe, or just Halberdias Hussar or something like that, Eddie would have been in a good position now, but he's not going to be able to do that. He's going to lose the 4 relics in the monastery. Not sure where number 5 is, maybe he got that too. That siege ram, I'm not sure what it's about to do, maybe attack this castle soon. And Stark still has an ongoing economy. Those pikemen are going to build up the light calf that are raiding. Stark's actually taking the gold here. He's going to attack those war wagons really soon. And Eddie also losing this forward here inside Stark's base. On the left hand side, Stark still has 2 TCs and siege workshops up. Even the archer rangers are standing. I don't think he's going to produce from there. Siege ram moving in again, and Eddie calling GG. Amazing game by Stark. Definitely, this belongs in the classic section. Stark going 1-1, and while he wasn't playing good in the first game, this was a very, very strong game by Stark. Let's go to game 3 with the switched civilizations now. And here it is, Stark Koreans against Eddie Vikings, and I think I remember this game more or less. Don't know how it ended, but Stark is going for towers here with the Koreans, Edie going with the counter tower on the main stone. Actually 2 towers, and st4rk has 2 villages forward, both players on the way to Castle Age. Main stone from Edie on the side and second stone outside. That's why st4rk decided to go towers. I think the third gold also outside. I remember those 2 golds, the main gold and the second gold safe in the back for Edie. A few idle villagers, not for long. And Edie also got a relic inside. But there's towers coming up everywhere. It's guard towers right now. And st4rk, can you build that tower? Not yet. But the villagers now are not in range of those towers any longer, and they can get that up. Let's see, Edie is going with the monastery, not going with TCs yet, I think. About st4rk, he's probably not going to add TCs either. He's got 4 villagers on the main stone right now, safe in the back. The main gold on the side. There's the third gold outside, the second gold for st4rk. I don't know, there's the second stone, there's the second gold for him. Is that the second gold? I don't think so. Second gold inside but forward. 1 relic inside for him as well. And there's number... Actually, Edie got 2 relics inside. Good for him. Could take those. 2 more in the open field. And extra gold. Extra gold. And that's the third gold from st4rk. So let's see how Edie can defend from this or what st4rk can do here. Actually, st4rk able to finish this guard tower. And now we have a tower fight. Also another guard tower coming up here. Both players doing Boso and st4rk with the siege workshop. And with the barracks now. So it's going really aggressive this game. Of course, a very short distance between the 2 players. There's a Mengen allowed to attack the walls. And Edie will find himself in a defensive position, something that is actually quite new to him, I guess. I was coming up here. He almost got enough stone for a castle. I think he should buy his castle now. He's got a lot of villagers on gold. He's not going for any extra TCs, and I guess that's a mistake with Vikings, because he should get like at least 3 TCs. Let me go a little bit faster, see where Edie is building. Yeah, I think he just bought the stone. And he's building the castle between those towers, between his own and the guard towers that are attacking, sacrificing villager to get this wall up, and he's buying the time he needs to get this castle up as well. He's not so far away from Imperial Age actually, maybe that's what he was planning to do, but he's even walling the left hand side, only 1 piece of wall. A bit surprised here, the castle is up. So for now he should be relatively safe. Let's see, are we going to see Imperial Age soon? And he bought 200 food. st4rk is nowhere close to Imperial Age, same amount of villages actually. But instead he is with a lot of villages on gold and going for a TC on the woodline now. And another TC on that second stone on the woodline that's close. So he's going all in Castle Age compared to Edie's fast imp. Let's go like that. Wheelbarrow coming in for him. And st4rk deciding I can attack on the left hand side with the gate. I think Edie should wall right across here and go fortified walls as well, because he doesn't have the eco to get a lot of military units out, and st4rk is investing into just that. Also st4rk is not far away from getting enough stone for a castle. And let's see, Edie halfway up to imp. What is he going to do? A TC now coming up on that wood line. Not a bad TC, but maybe he should have gone here to the second gold. Would have preferred that. That 1 piece of stone wall is a little bit strange. Scale barding armor now coming in. What is Edie planning to do? Night production actually starting. This gate is about to go down. And with Imperial Age, I think the trebuchets should come out very soon. He's got bought 100 wood. Edie not with the perfect economy here. A bit surprised to see that. Now the first trebuchet is on the way. But this tower is about to go down, and of course 8 range against 8+1. The Mengen elves will be really good here. The second barracks coming up from st4rk and the ram on the left hand side, making sure that st4rk could go in. There is the first trap coming out and second trebuchet on the way. Those guard towers will go down soon, and Edie should be able to control the situation. He should be able to now boom up maybe. What st4rk is doing is on 56 villages already, and Edie is still in defensive fighting position. This tower is pretty much doing nothing, but it's annoying to Edie, so he's saying, yep, I'm going to take it down. I have trebuchets here, also siege workshop will go down now. But st4rk saying, I can still go with my towers, I have my spearmen to attack the knights, and there's a siege workshop coming up forward, because Edie is still vulnerable on the top side here, which is amazing to see. st4rk is playing a very interesting game. He's got almost 2 castles in the bank, and he is sending a lot of spearmen now. The siege workshop is up, it's going to go down really fast. There's the ram moving in, but a few berserks will be able to stop this ram from taking out trebuchet. Barracks will be next. This knight shouldn't be able to do a lot. And st4rk is actually building guard towers inside Edie's space. This is just crazy. What is st4rk doing here? Edie shouldn't have any trouble to get rid of these towers, but looks like st4rk is not giving up on his idea, and in the meantime he's going to boom. He's 16 villages ahead at this point. st4rk is housed on 80. Another siege workshop coming up. That one went down. Not sure about these siege workshops. The Mengen are coming up, and more guard towers on the way. A house to make this TC shoot the house. The guard tower did not go up. The outpost won't really help him. Can he see? Can see the TC. Cannot see any golds or something. So he knows Edie must have gold in the back. Pet archer armor coming in for st4rk. What's the next plan for him? We have a castle up st4rk. He's got 1 up, probably at home. Yeah. Got a castle up at home, one warwick and a siege workshop coming up at home. And Edie actually looking to be in a good position. He's now moving forward. Edie is probably going to start an attack here, but Stark doing his thing. He's going with an extra TC on the extra gold here. And he is actually getting another siege workshop, not getting it up yet. I'm not sure why he's spending so much wood on the siege workshops when they're being put down by Edie really fast here. The knights will be able to take care of the rest. And Edie for now in a decent position. No more Stark inside his base. I think Edie should revolt just in case. And then Edie is on the attack here with the castle forward guarding this second stone. And a stable coming up for him as well. I think he should look into berserks, maybe onagers even. There's one petard coming up. And there's more villagers to actually take the extra stone that I didn't see, but Stark has found it. This wolf may kill a villager. No, it's got loom. And Stark probably going with another TC here. Berserk's now moving forward. This wall is open. And there's the war wagons. So Edie needs to go back. He needs something other than the berserks. They're not going to be strong enough against the war wagons. Maybe a few more monks. And there's the TC coming up from Stark. That's 1, 2, 3 TCs, 4 TCs, 5 TCs, 6 TCs from Stark. I need a TC kilometer or TC counter in the overlay. Now Edie found out about this TC, but the monastery coming up here from Stark, maybe to take them relics. Cavalier and chain barding armor on the way. Edie probably wants to face these war wagons using his cavalry. It's not the best one, but it's not too bad either. The trebuchets might be able to attack this TC. Archer range coming up forward now. Arbalest is also not a bad idea. This house is a little bit annoying. I think I would send a berserk to destroy it. Now this trebuchet is attacking the monastery with one monk inside. I think Edie does not know about this extra TC on the top. He cannot see it yet. He can see this TC probably. And he's sending a few cavalier as well. Edie now going in, attacking Stark. I think Stark's tower rush really wasn't that effective, but let's see, can Edie finish the job here now? He should be able to, but he's still facing war wagons. And against war wagons, I think you need masked arbalest or onagers, one of both. Maybe pikemen, but they're really not that strong. And there's the trebuchet attacking the TC now. A few cavalier and berserks moving in, so Stark has to abandon this TC. And he's putting a few barracks here, double TC on this point. Now Edie is in control over this game, actually moving out to take stone. He's got a few units standing around here, and he is moving in to attack those war wagons, but he's deciding to go back. There's just too many spearmen. I think arbalest is what Edie needs right now, and Edie could tech into that. Doesn't have too much gold left. He needs to control this gold. I think he needs to get a castle up here. And siege workshop stables coming up. Barracks for Stark to attack this gold, I guess. Edie could also move to the extra gold, which he's not doing yet. He lost the trebuchet to a single knight. And on the middle, the war wagons are doing a really good job here. Pikemen moving forward, but still no armor, still nothing. And Stark is allowed to go up to Imperial Age. He had enough time. He's got 152 villagers. Most of them are working again. He's got a very solid economy. And he's again going with economy over military at the start. And buying his time with the guard tower is actually a very nice strategy. Now, as you can see, Edie found this forward, but Stark has so many resources. He's got so much economy. He's got so much income. Edie doing capture now, and Stark soon to up to Imperial Age. What TC did he use? He's using it up in the back. Edie could attack this in theory, but he doesn't really know about it, so not a big problem for Stark. He's gonna be up to him. He is again claiming this gold. He is getting another TC up here, and he's attacking this TC that Edie put up on his third gold. So Edie cannot get a lot of gold in right now. His main and second gold ran out. He doesn't have many relics, I guess like one relic maybe? He's got 2 relics actually, it says here in the overlay. I should look at that more often. And Edie trying to go in, but there's pikemen against cavalier, not a good fight for him. Eddie's still not going for arbalest, biggest mistake in my opinion for him. He should have gone into arbs. Razor, leather, archer, armor and chemistry. Maybe he was afraid of onagers. Maybe he should have tagged into onagers as well. Another TC coming up, and the first one went down because Stark is sending rams now to attack this tower, and pikemen just to be annoying. He can afford it. He's got so much economy. Onager chemistry, Hellbody capture him. Looks like Stark is gonna win this third game as well, because Edie cannot really push too hard. He is attacking the castles trebuchets right now, but even if Stark loses his main base, it's not really the biggest problem in the world. He can just move the villagers. There's another castle coming up, and he still can produce Hellbodiers. Capture is actually moving forward. Ooh, this could be dangerous for Edie. He's about to lose that castle. Stark lost his castle, but the Capture is going to attack, and Edie actually calling the GG because Stark is also going in and claiming these golds. Edie is very low on gold, and this means he cannot rebuild his army once it's going down. What an interesting game. Again, Vikings against Koreans with Stark. Always fun to see. And Stark, look at the minimap. This is just crazy. Again, he got so many TCs. Can I count those? Stark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 TCs, and he had more before. Hope you enjoyed the first half of the set. I hope I can do the rest of the games in part 2. I'm not sure how long they will go. And see you there. See you in the next games. GG.